Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Now, we all know the SNP are a very nasty party, but they also appear to be a very stupid party, and they do send out the very wrong kind of mixed messages. Catherine Victor, who is an SNP councillor, has depicted Israeli leader Benjamin Netanyahu as being very much in the same vein as a short Austrian, very popular penciled moustache type fella in Germany in the 30s. And we all know how nice he turned out to be. But you're depicting him, Netanyahu, as the other fellow, presumably because you think that he is that kind of guy. Well, that's very weird for the SNP, who based their entire party on the National Socialists of Germany and who deeply admired the little Austrian. And indeed, had the National Socialists won the Second World War and got into Britain, there'd have been no greater cheerleaders for them than the SNP. So it goes to show she hasn't got a clue whose side she's supposed to be on. She wants to be anti-Semitic, of course, but then she's comparing the leader of the Israelis to her party's founding father. Weird. Let's have a look. So, SNP politician who posted anti-Semitic image must be sacked, as Nats are branded the nasty party. Well, they always were, weren't they? But they were founded on the principles of National Socialism. They have this whole cult of personality thing where you swear fealty and allegiance to the leader, you know, glory unto death and all that sort of thing. And yet they want to compare the Israeli leader to the man they most admired in history. And I just don't get it. Anyway, Councillor Catherine Victor posed a picture of Benjamin Netanyahu depicted as Mr. H, with the Scottish Tories branding her actions vile, which is a very vile woman. This is the trouble with the SNP. They were based on that. People don't realise unless they know. But the whole of the structure of the SNP and that was based entirely on National Socialism. They are a National Socialist party. And they are filled with that hatred of the other. They other people in order to blame them. It's never their fault that things go wrong. It's always the other. And let's blame the other. And let's build the concentration camps and so forth. And that's the SNP through and through. They are like that. They don't accept. They don't engage. They will not converse. It's our way or no way at all. And you are not just wrong, but you are evil wrong. That's the way they outlook. And of course, having that kind of mindset means that there is no dealing with them. They are a party of hate. And so it's no surprise, that they hate Jews, obviously, because it goes hand in hand with their founding principles. But to compare the Jewish leader with someone who they deeply, deeply admire is therefore a bit weird. But anyway, the SNP is under pressure to sack a councillor who shared an anti-Semitic image on social media. Catherine Victor, who sits on Aberdeenshire Council, posted a picture on Facebook that depicted Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu with, Mr. H's little pencil moustache. It also shows Mr. Netanyahu wearing a blue and white National Socialist armband with a swastika covering the Jewish Star of David symbol. If you can think of anything more inappropriate, do let me know. The image has been branded prejudice against Jews, and Councillor Victor has been suspended from the SNP while an investigation takes place, according to reports. She needs to be fired as a councillor. She needs to be thrown out of the SNP. She needs to be branded for what she is, and she must be banned from ever holding public office again. And also I note that she's doing it against Jews. I bet that should some outrage, as they regularly occur, be done by some Islamic group, she wouldn't be so quick then to be so insulting. Oh no. Lacking a complete spine then. The moral outrage would be tempered by the fear for her own life. Funny that, isn't it? The Scottish Tories say she should be booted out of the party altogether. Douglas Lumsden, Scottish Conservative MSP for North East Scotland, who dubbed the SNP the Scottish well, I was going to say the other word, but nasty party on social media, said, "I cannot imagine how any public servant would think vile, anti-Semitic posts like this could be acceptable. Putting a swastika on the Star of David with imagery of AH is beyond offensive. The SNP must sack this councillor and find out how far this bile goes throughout their ranks, given it's also been liked by another of their councillors. There is no defence that can be offered for this. Well, no, the only defence they've got is that they are all Jew-hating bastards. They are all the sort that would have stood around in Treblinka or Sobibor or Auschwitz with their little clipboards going, yes, you're doing ever so well. Oh, we'll take notes here. Oh, yes, we'll do this when we get hold of them. Oh, yes, marvellous. Do send us some advice, because they would. And then you look at her. Wait till you see her. You're going to see the picture here. The SNP is signed up to the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism, although it's not endorsed by their government partners, the Scottish Greens. The Scottish Greens are massively anti-Jewish. They refuse to accept even that the Holocaust existed. This includes drawing comparisons of contemporary Israeli policy to that of the National Socialists. Councillor Victor has now removed the image, according to Press and Journal. And she said, the detail and post of an image I recently commented on has been brought to my attention. Well, brought to your attention, love. You're the one who posted it. There she is, poster girl for the National Socialists. Lily Marlena herself, I kid you not. Anyway, she said, having looked at it again, I can see that it was unacceptable and offensive, and I removed the post and apologised unreservedly. If your judgment is so bad that you posted it in advance and then waited for complaints before taking it down, you are unfit for office. Everyone can see that would have been unsuitable the moment you see it. And then some bullshit apology, which she was forced to put up, but she probably doesn't mean. I mean, she'd have been happy marching into Poland and running the ghettos and eradicating them. Been right up her street, wouldn't it? Good little National Socialist like her. It comes as Israel continues attacks on Hamas in the Gaza Strip, where there are warnings of a humanitarian crisis caused by Hamas and all the Gazans who refused to hand over the hostages. Hamas claims over 20,000 Palestinians have been killed by, they say, Israeli action, but I would like to change that to the correct answer, which is Hamas action, which was prompted by the shock attack on October by Hamas, but backed entirely by the Gazans. The SNP said the allegation of anti-Semitism would be treated seriously, and Councillor Victor had been placed under suspension by the National Secretary while an investigation is carried out. But it'll be the most perfunctory investigation. She'll be cleared, patted on the back and told, carry on. See if you can work on the final solution. That's the kind of people they are. Makes you sick, really, that these people get in. What's worse, though, is even with all that, come the next election, come the next council election, she'll probably still get it. Still get a vote. Because the SNP are anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic, hate-filled pieces of filth all the way down. All the way. If you support the SNP, you are a party of hate. And they don't engage. And when people don't engage, atrocities like this happen. That's what happens. No engagement leads to hate. SNP like that. It's their policy. Coming up. I don't suppose anyone is surprised, really. We all know how deeply entrenched these beliefs are within the party. They all do it. They all show that utter hatred and contempt for Jews. It's always been there, simmering under. A party really just filled with hate-filled people. And they've othered the Jews, but they also other the English. They other the people who don't vote for the SNP. They other everyone who does not adhere to their, I suppose, credo of hate, their credo of them and us, the credo of let's not engage, let us be the elite, and all the others can just go straight into the camps and the ghettos. That seems to be the whole sort of ideology of this party. They really ought to be taken away, broken up, and turned into what they are, which is an organisation of hate and banned. I would personally make them a banned organisation. But hey-ho, not my decision. Thank you very much for watching. Do please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And remember, when you see someone who votes SNP, remember that they're absolutely filled to the brim with loathing for other human beings. Bye.